Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So Forza Horizon 5's Series 5 update livestream has just wrapped up, and this month we have a total of 9 new cars being added into the game. Just quickly before we start today's video, if you are new to my channel and enjoy all the Forza Horizon 5 content, please consider subscribing as we cover everything Forza related. So without further ado, let's take a look at all the new cars that will be arriving for update 5. So beginning with the festival playlist rewards, first starting off with number 1, the KTM X-bow GT4. Yes, I know this car isn't technically new to the Forza franchise, as we have seen this featured first in Forza Motorsport 7 as a DLC car, and yes, it was also featured in Forza Horizon 4 as well. However, it was introduced a little later after launch in update 3, where the car became purchasable through the Forzathon shop. I think for most who are subscribed to my channel know exactly how I feel about existing cars that were once featured in previous Forza titles now being drip fed as quote-unquote new content into Horizon 5. I don't think it's a good look for the Horizon franchise, however this is not the video for that. Now for those who may have only played Horizon 5 as their first Forza title, well, this Austrian track toy produces a healthy 326 brake horsepower from a 2-litre turbocharged engine supplied by Audi, and combine that with a mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout weighing just over 1,000 kilograms, there's a lot of potential for this car to go even faster. To unlock this, all you have to do is earn 20 points during the summer season. Number 2, the 2019 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. Okay, now we are talking a brand new car to the Forza franchise, and although I would have loved to have seen some older JDM Toyotas being brought into Horizon 5, I should be grateful that Playground Games are bringing in new Toyotas, and I'm also happy to see that it is the TRD Pro trim too. Now, I gotta be very honest, I know nothing about these cars, as here in Australia, these SUVs do not exist, but from what I have seen, it looks as if this is one rugged, serious off-roader designed for those who just love an off-road adventure, which I guess is perfect for Forza Horizon 5. Producing 270 brake horsepower from a 4-litre V6, this may not sound like much in terms of video game standards, but let's see what the 4Runner has to offer in terms of upgrades. It could be very interesting to say the least, and to unlock this, all you have to do is earn 20 points during the autumn season. Number 3, the Noble M600. Certainly not a new car into the Forza franchise. In fact, it has been in every single Forza Horizon game, and now it will also be included in Horizon 5. Although this car was first seen in Forza Motorsport 4 back on the Xbox 360, we still cannot deny its supercar performance. From 0 to 60, it can be achieved in around 3 seconds, and this is thanks to a 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8 developed by Yamaha using Volvo parts. Under race mode, the M600 can produce a whopping 651 brake horsepower, and with no driving assistance such as traction control or ABS, this is truly an old school machine for modern times. Not exactly thrilled to see this as a festival playlist reward, but to obtain this, you must earn 20 points during the winter season. Number 4, the 2020 Nissan GTR Nismo R35. Yes, finally, nearly 2 years after since the Instagram post where the owners said that Turn 10 was over to scan and take images of their Nismo R35. And not only that, for those who have kept up to date with Forza Horizon's official Twitter and Facebook would have seen this Nismo Wordle clue in which Playground Games said that it was relating to a hashtag new to Forza reward car. I'm also happy when there are genuinely new cars into the game, especially if it's being introduced as free content. What I love about the Nismo R35 is just how different this really is compared to the standard R35 variant we currently have in the game. The aero is different, the turbos are from its GT3 racing car, and all the other intricacies that make this Nismo the true all-rounder beast it actually is. Honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on this car, and to obtain this, all you have to do is earn 20 points during the spring season. And number 5, the Mini Cooper S Forza Edition. I believe this is the very first time in the Horizon series that a new Forza Edition car can be earned as a reward vehicle through the festival playlist. I want this to happen more, and I know back in Horizon 3 we had a Mini Cooper S Horizon Edition, but that one was a rally spec version, and this one in Horizon 5 is completely different. Classed as a super hot hatch, this Forza Edition Mini Cooper produces 235 brake horsepower from an all-electric motor. Yes, that is correct. Perhaps one of, if not the most unique car thus far in Horizon 5, and to unlock this, you must earn a total of 80 points in the Series 5 Festival playlist. Now we move on towards the car pass vehicles, starting off with number 1, the 1986 Ford Mustang SVO. A limited production Mustang that was created during a time when government regulations on fuel economy and emissions were restricted, which then forced automakers like Ford to get creative in designing the Mustang. Hence why the SVO is powered by a 2.3 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now, throughout its limited lifespan from 1984 to 1986, each year the SVO did produce a different power output. The one we will be getting in Horizon 5 will produce at around 200 brake horsepower and was built to tackle the likes of the Toyota Supra, Nissan 300ZX, along with many European coupes at the time. Lots of history behind the SVO Mustang, however I'm unsure if it will be a popular car that the community will use. Anyways, this car will be unlocked through the car pass on March the 3rd. Number 2, the 2020 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. This was the second vehicle in which Playground Games dropped on their Wordle puzzle. Now, this pickup truck is of course in its highest trim available, so it comes with all the goodies, whether it's for performance, safety, and even comfortability as well. It has it all. Again, much like the 4Runner, the Tundras are very rare here in Australia, as pickup trucks just aren't very popular. We are more into our utes, but hey, I guess this is why games like Horizon 5 is great. I get to experience cars that I may never get to drive given the country that I live in. I just hope that in game it doesn't have any visual bugs or glitches like many of the cars do in the game. This V8 Tundra will be available to unlock through the car pass from the 10th of March. Number 3, the Noble M400. Another new car into the Forza franchise, I guess, but let's not forget that back in Forza Horizon 4 we did have the Rosion Q1, which essentially used an updated platform of the Noble M400. Look, I know that in Horizon 4 we had the Rosion Q1 for free, and now we have the older and less powerful model arriving in Horizon 5, and we have to pay for it. I will admit though, this looks far more aggressive with the more in-your-face aero and that rear wing. I just hope that when we get our hands on this car and really inspect it in Forza Vista mode, that it is a brand new car model and not one that's been modified from the Rosion Q1, as even though they do share the same shell, many aesthetic components are very different, and if Playground Games did take shortcuts in the car modeling, I'm sure one of us watching this video will find out about it. This will be available to drive through the car pass from the 17th of March. And lastly, number 4, the 2017 Ferrari 488 Challenge. Produced as part of the Ferrari Challenge series, this racing car allows enthusiasts a chance to own and compete in their very own racing Ferrari. Now, of course, to join the Ferrari Challenge series requires a lot of money, but we aren't here to talk about that, but rather the car itself. I think it's safe to say that there certainly is race car written all over this 488. The interior is completely overhauled with a roll cage, a full racing bucket seat, and buttons on the center console that only pilots would know how to navigate. So you might be wondering, how much power does this car make? Well, it makes the same amount of power as the road-going 488 GTB. However, many components within its drivetrain has been heavily revised for intense track use. I would love to see more proper racing cars in Horizon 5, kind of like the special motorsport car pack we got back in Horizon 3. It just made driving around the map so much more interesting. This will become available through the car pass on the 24th of March. So there we have it guys, 9 new cars that are coming to Forza Horizon 5. If you guys did find this video helpful, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And if you would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.